Hi LEGO fans! It's Thursday the 17th of December and in exactly 1 week it will be Christmas Eve. I am beyond excited and in desperate need of some door opening distractions. Every day until Christmas Eve, I'll be opening up every door on every LEGO advent calendar, including LEGO Friends, LEGO City, LEGO Star Wars, and LEGO Harry Potter. Yesterday's selection of advent calendar gifts was pretty much split down the middle between decidedly dope and devastatingly disappointing. LEGO Star Wars had another subpar day, earning 1 point and a visit to the Sarlacc pit of shame that is last place for Anakin's pod racer. LEGO Harry Potter played a risky strategy with Christmas trees. They saw the snitch slip away, leaving them with 3rd place and 2 points. Yesterday's runner-up with 3 points was those feisty LEGO Friends who created a Christmas gift wrapping station for their army of enslaved elves. And showing that crime sometimes does pay, LEGO City stole an explosive 4 points with this Daisy Kaboom minifigure. With another 10 points doled out among this year's advent calendar contestants, LEGO Friends remains in the pit of purgatory that is last place with 34 points. LEGO City remains safely 4 points ahead in 3rd place with 38 points. LEGO Star Wars is preparing to make the jump to Lightspeed in 2nd with 43 points. And LEGO Harry Potter continues to impress with a small lead of 2 points. Will Star Wars bring out the big guns today, or will Harry Potter use the Patronus charm to keep them at bay? Let's find out as we embark upon day 17 of my 2020 LEGO Advent Calendar door opening thing. Today we're starting out with the LEGO Friends and their feeble part count. Where is door number 17? It is just here, and actually quite a lot of colour in there I can see. But these are probably my least favourite gifts I should say. Yeah, we've got literally gifts here which are just LEGO boxes with some stuff in. Probably not going to beat another calendar today. To their credit, LEGO Friends have come up with some very innovative gifts recently. The waffle making station was particularly inventive, and I was a big fan of the wrapping paper station from yesterday. Clearly LEGO Friends think they've done enough and don't need to try anymore. Well, have I got news for you, LEGO Friends? Today we have 2 gifts, but I'm not feeling particularly grateful for them. The packaging is certainly decorative and I appreciate the contrasting colours. But what we effectively have here is a couple of boxes with lids. The boxes themselves are nice and I think there's something inside. Inside each of the boxes is a gift. We've got a love heart bow and a pair of sunglasses. It looks like they ordered the sunglasses from wish.com. There's a dangerous spike which is going to impale you between the eyes. The boxes themselves are these rather nice crate elements, and the 2x2 tiles just snap onto the top. If you've watched previous videos, you'll know I don't appreciate getting this type of gift in an advent calendar. It's like getting a crappy Christmas tree or a set of flags. We want imaginative gifts, and today LEGO Friends, you let us down badly. Coming up next we have door number 17 on the LEGO Star Wars advent calendar. Yesterday was a little bit disappointing, so let's see what we've got today. And what is that going to be? That is going to be the Pit Droid. I do recognise it now, it's got the kind of hat. Very cool little thing. It is going to be a little thing because we don't have a lot of parts there, but I will put that together and we shall take a closer look. So from LEGO Star Wars we have something to go with the pod racer we got yesterday. This is a DUM series pit droid used for maintaining pod racers. These guys were cheap, expendable and durable. This definitely doesn't qualify as a minifigure, but I love the way it's put together. The feet are made from 1x1 brown clips, and clipped into those, we find a T-shaped pneumatic piece. On top of that there's a 1x1 round plate with hole and then a snot brick. This allows the designers to create a point at which we can snap on the arms. The head is clipped into one of these claw elements, and giving the robot some personality is this upside down handle element. We then simply add the hat on top. The Pit Droid is a delightful comeback after yesterday's disappointment. But will this be enough to win the day for LEGO Star Wars? We'll find out in 7 parsecs. Third in the running order today is LEGO City. Of course we got the Daisy Kaboom minifigure yesterday, so let's see what we've got behind door number 17 today. We have, I guess, some kind of What is that? Oh, it's going to be a plane. Okay, that's quite a cool little thing. I guess it'll go with the runway we've got on the flap here. Now, I don't want to accuse LEGO City of giving us boring gifts, but this one is a little plain. I did check on the LEGO website to see if there was a larger scale version of this, but I just couldn't find one. In any case, we've got a perfectly passable plastic plane. This would appear to be a light aircraft like a Cessna. It's a single-engine turboprop. It's very unusual to see black wings on an aeroplane, and looking more closely, those do look like knives. I guess they'll help the aircraft cut through the air. Sticking out up top, we have a 1x1 round plate for the cockpit. I wouldn't say this was the best choice of elements, but it does do the trick. Finally, at the back of the plane, we have two elements making up the tail. A blue cheese slope representing the tail fin and rudder, and then this slightly more exotic boomerang element. It's a nice little plane, and I'm sure it'll go well with the runway printed on the inside of the box. But will this propel LEGO City to new heights today? Take a seat at the gate and we'll find out shortly. Finally for today, it's LEGO Harry Potter, and of course we're looking for door number 17, which is, I've forgotten already. There it is, perfect. So what have we got today? That's quite nice. Little musical instrument there. We have a piano, and it's actually got one of these printed elements for the keyboard. Those are really nice, and yeah, great thing to get in an advent calendar. Our final gift for today is from LEGO Harry Potter, and it is the gift of music. We have a small but perfectly formed grand piano. In particular, I'm a big fan of the 1x4 printed tile which shows the piano's keyboard. I could almost tinkle on those ivories. There's a music stand in case you get invited to jam along with the Weird Sisters, and the whole thing is supported on 3 pedestal legs. The shape is not quite what I would expect from a grand piano. I reviewed one of those earlier in the year and it was a lot more impressive. So maybe this is a baby grand, but one thing's for certain, it was included in the Yule Ball. I was scanning through the movie to make sure there was actually a piano, and you can see it being played on stage behind Hagrid and Madame Maxime. Of all the things we've had from Harry Potter which were not minifigures, this is definitely among my favourites. Will it be enough to score some points and beat the Pit Droid? Let's find out! So day 17 certainly produced a cracking crop of calendar cracker novelties for us to take a look at. From LEGO Friends we got Pure Disappointment, LEGO City soared to new heights with a microscale plane, Star Wars raised their game with a Pit Droid manufactured by Servo Droid Incorporated, and LEGO Harry Potter wowed us with music, a magic beyond all we do here. But which one of these whimsical winter wonders deserves to be made an offer they can't refuse? And which one deserves to say hello to my little friend? Let's award some points! In last place, obviously, is LEGO Friends. These grotty gifts are definitely getting re-gifted and earn LEGO Friends a generous 1 point. Coming in third is LEGO City with their knife-winged plane. It's a nice little thing, but failed to get off the ground with 2 points in the scoring today. The runner-up is the Pit Droid, which takes home 3 points for LEGO Star Wars. It was an interesting and cute little build and used some cool elements. But depositing another 4 points in their vault at Gringotts and taking first place is LEGO Harry Potter. Their Yule Ball piano was music to my ears. But do you agree with today's scores? Can LEGO Friends handle the truth that they built it but the points did not come? Or maybe LEGO Harry Potter's ego was writing checks their bodies couldn't cash when they conjured up this baby grand? As always, feel free to flame me in the comments, and if you catch my attention, you may be featured in tomorrow's video. After all, tomorrow is another day. Checking out the comments from yesterday, I wasn't surprised to see some Star Wars fans unhappy with the score for Anakin's pod racer. I was sad to learn that my irresponsible scoring led to the deaths of many younglings at the Jedi Temple. I was equally surprised that my influence ranges so far and wide. Demosthenes, hopefully I got that right, is hoping that Harry Potter will win and took the opportunity to take a jab at the Star Wars fans. Honestly, it could go either way this year. The spoilers on the front of the Star Wars box indicate there is still plenty of good to come. Creeper made a good point about Daisy Kaboom, which I hadn't noticed. Her fantastic hair is actually meant to look like a bomb. I kinda see it now with the round shape and flame-like streaks. The Bricklord one liked my very attractive trio pun, which I used to describe the Harry Potter trees. This genuinely was unintentional. If I were to branch out and become a budding would-be tree pun writer, I would surely end up needing treatment and have to retreat for a rest. Answering some questions, Philip Portelli asked if I'd review each calendar as a set, and the answer is yes. I will do that in the last video, and there may even be some bonus points. Chris asked if LEGO should make a Technic advent calendar. To be honest, Chris, I don't think it would work, as the core elements are often longer in Technic. Technic models also usually include mechanisms and have far higher part counts. Finally, Jessica Tennant asked if anybody has heard of Mega Bricks. I think you mean Mega Blocks, and yes I have, but we shall never speak of them again. So after today's points, has there been any change in the leaderboard? It's not looking good for our little friends, as they remain in last place with a frightfully fretful 35 points. Widening the gap is LEGO City in 4th place with 40 points. And in 2nd place with 46 points is LEGO Star Wars, who maybe shouldn't have doubled down on the Phantom Menace this year. But remaining out in front in 1st place is LEGO Harry Potter with 49 points. Will LEGO Harry Potter remain on top, be toppled by LEGO Star Wars, or does LEGO City have the bravery to stand up to their enemies as they stood up to their LEGO friends? Have a thrilling Thursday, stay safe, and I'll see you bright and early on Friday.